Well, folks, it's all Strictly at the moment, isn't it? Strictly Come Dancing, it's in the news. And I'll tell you what, who's come in the news today. What's his name? James Jordan. Yeah, James Jordan. He'd be in my book, folks. He would be in my book. You know that book I always talk about, of those that I don't like? It's the thick one. There's loads of them in it. I have another book, Those That I Do. It's a lot thinner. He'd be in the thicker book. I've never liked him. Don't know what it is about him. I've just never liked him. Comes across to me as somebody that you can't trust, that can't be trusted at all. Something about him I just don't like. Don't like him at all. Never have. I'm never going to. And to that end, he bore out what I thought over the last couple of weeks now. When Strictly got rid of old GIOVANNI when he went, James Jordan was one of the first to stick his head above the parapet. Oh, there's no smoke without fire. What do you mean? They said to him. He said, well, if one woman had come forward saying he's done this or that, he said, you've got to look at both sides of the argument. But when it's 3 or 4 women, you've got to ask yourself, what's actually going on? And I thought, that's very nice of you. You're on his back straight away. He's on a right down, lost his job, and you're on his back. I mean, you're nothing to do with the Strictly family anymore. You're not part of it, are you? Anyway, this weekend, when fellow number 2 went back to Italy with his tail between his legs, he had things to say again. I think he's been saying things again over the last 24 hours. But as he's saying these things, somebody's released a video. Old James is front and centre on this video from about 10 years ago. And it shows him with the contestants. And it's not all rosy. It's not all nice and bonny. No, it's not at all. And old James doesn't come out of it too well whatsoever. Talk about pots and kettles. Doesn't come out of it well whatsoever. Doesn't come out of it at all. Just what I'd expect of old James Jordan, to be honest with you. Doesn't surprise me one iota. You see, he lost the gig at Strictly, and he's never been able to get over it, I don't think. He's like the woman scorned. We had a woman scorned at the start of this with GIOVANNI, with her from GMB. She's upset. Old Ranveer Singh, she's upset because I think she thought he was going to be the new love of her life. She thought the world of him. She thought he was great. She thought the sun shone. She had a look one. She couldn't see it, but she thought it did. Anyway, she's realised he didn't feel the same way. And I think when she's had a chance to turn on him along with Miss Abingdon, she's took that chance, which is disappointing because I quite like Ranveer. I thought she was all right. You can't go from fawning over him like she did to now name calling him. It just seems all wrong to me. James has had no dog in the fight, and he just likes calling people, and he's wanted to have a pop at this guy because I think deep down he doesn't want Strictly to do that well because they've binned him off and he's not part of it and he doesn't like it. So I think he's the old scorned himself, and anybody that might be in a bit of trouble, he's happy to throw extra coals on the fire or ignite the flames. Anyway, as I say, what goes around comes around, and it looks like he's now in the doghouse, which I'm happy about for a start, because as I say, I don't like him. Let's see how it pans out anyway. You never know. There's probably more juice in it yet.